Fans and players really just excited to play ball again.
Let's head out to Fenway Park. Boy, it's nice to be able to say that again, right? Eyewitness News reporter Kate Walsh live in Boston with more.
Good morning, guys. Well, first pitch isn't until 7:30 tonight with the Baltimore Orioles, but usually on an opening day, we'd see people come and just spend the whole day down here, right? First of all, they got a good parking spot. Second, just to be around the area and enjoy all of the excitement. And on a normal opening day, I've even seen people in line at the ticket counter hours before the game actually starts trying to score themselves a ticket still. Well, that's not likely going to happen this year, but the Sox are still looking for ways to keep fans engaged. So tonight, there won't be anyone inside the park or filling the 37,000 seats, except the teams inside. Opening ceremonies actually start at 7 o'clock tonight with a focus on social justice and the Black Lives Matter movement. There will be a surprise guest, we're told, that management says represents the movement and resiliency for Bostonians. And starting on the mound for the Sox tonight is Nathan Eovaldi. We heard from him in a Zoom call leading up to opening day.
I feel like the team that's going to be able to start out the hottest and stay hot is going to make it into the playoffs. I know they say it's not how you start, it's how you finish, but in this scenario, I feel like you got to start out hot and you got to, ride that wave and keep going.
Of course, players feed off the energy from the crowd, but looking at empty seats may be discouraging, so fans can still feel like a piece of them is there by ordering a $500 cutout of themselves to be placed in the Green Monster seats. All proceeds from that go to the Red Sox Foundation, which helps out veterans groups and youth sports, among organizations like that. And while you'd usually want to avoid getting hit by a ball, well, this season you may want your cutout to be hit.
To make them feel like they're in an actual game so they can play as hard as they can.
We'll also receive the actual home run ball itself, signed by the player who hit it, as well as 2 Green Monster tickets for a game next season.
And the Sox are accepting fans, their cutouts at least, until Saturday. We are also seeing other ways that they're trying to incorporate fans in this area.
Baseball, the first of the 4 major U.S. sports to return. Red Sox, who last played a meaningful game, how about this, 299 days ago, hosting the Orioles tonight in front of what will be an eerily empty Fenway Park.
There's still some ways so that fans can take it all in, and Kate Walsh is live outside of Fenway this morning with the details. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, watching the game in person inside Fenway Park is only part of the whole experience down here, right? The other part is just being with everyone else, feeling the excitement, the energy of what makes Boston fans, and that part you can still kind of have this year. And that's certainly being made possible, at least to an extent, over on Lansdowne Street. Here's what they're doing.
The closest you're going to get to being inside the park this year.
Fans may not be able to sit inside Fenway Park during this shortened season of home Red Sox games, but they'll still be able to feel part of the excitement just outside along Lansdowne Street.
It feels a little bit more authentic, because we are in Fenway, and I definitely feel like I have my space out here too.
Restaurants like the Bleacher Bar are trying to see green along the Green Monster, even without potentially thousands of fans flocking to their watering holes before, during, and after the games like they usually would be.
Bars and restaurants very heavily depend on Fenway events, Red Sox games, tourists, and a lot of that's not going on this year. So you've got to get creative. You've got to think outside the box.
The city of Boston worked with them to have outdoor seating available. The tables are at least 6 feet apart, and there's someone in charge of making sure everyone complies with social distancing guidelines. One thing missing still, big screen TVs, but the restaurants are still working with the city to have those put up along Lansdowne as well. I can tell you I drove down Lansdowne on the way here this morning, and it is a pretty cool experience already that you can tell. They've moved out the sidewalk, so they've allowed those bar tables to be set up there, and we're told that it will just be open to pedestrians during game time, so you can really make your way through there and kind of get a little bit of that experience still.